Hello there. Casey Kenobi back at you. Um, Third and final installment on this. Just wanted to finish up on this Darth Vader costume. I think we left off with the armor, shoulder armor. Now I want to dive into the actual suit, which the bodysuit that comes with the rubies is a one piece pleather, and it's kind of like a felt lining on the inside. I don't know what you want to call that. It's kind of a Here's the inside lining of it. Um, the one piece just it doesn't work. Uh, it's bulky. It's not. Yeah, it didn't work for me. So this is where you're gonna need sewing skills or somebody that can alter for you. So I took the two piece or took the one piece because all the Vaders that I've trooped with, and I've trooped with some pretty amazing Darth Vaders here in Kansas City, they all have two piece leather suits, which eventually I'll probably upgrade to a leather. But right now, this is working, and if it's not broke, why fix it? So I was like, I need a two piece. I need to make this two piece somehow, some way. I need to make it a two piece. So I was like, looked it over. I was like, got the scissors out and just cut her in half. Just said, what the hell? What do I have to lose? So I cut it in half. Another thing I noticed from the other guys' undersuits, they have vents. The back is cut out and it's all like a mesh to breathe because it gets, like I said, you've got a lot on you, so you need that. So I was like, okay. So I cut the back out and I'm gonna show you what I got because and realize it doesn't have to be perfect. Like I said, with your inner robe is going to cover the back, so it could be nothing back there. Well, I don't think that'd get approved. You have to have something attaching it, but nobody's going to see it with that robe underneath, especially if you're not trying to be 500 first approved. So that said, here's my upper. Arms are intact. I did modify the arms. I have. We had to make them because they were, like I said, the suit's super. I mean, it's meant to be generic, so it's gonna be big. So you want it. You want your suit to fit you a little, not tight, but fit you. You want it to look like it fits you. You don't want to have all this extra material. So we altered the sleeves to fit my arms, and then in the back, I'm going to show you. Hopefully this shows up good. I'm having a hard time here grabbing the back of it. There we go. Okay. Here's the back. If you can see the mesh, I cut out areas, and this is football jersey. An old football jersey I had laying around I wasn't wearing. And we just cut out the area that I wanted it in, and we stitched it in there. Now, I saved the zipper on this, and you're going to see the zipper goes down quite a bit after that. I just didn't want to cut it off, so it's kind of like a rat tail on my upper piece. I put this on over my head because it unzips to here, down to the bottom, and then I just have my partner zip me up. And but yeah, it's got jersey sewn into it for mesh so it can breathe, and the upper and lower part of the jacket, and it helps, but you're still gonna sweat a lot. It is hot, especially I think what makes it so hot, not just the pleather, but it's this underlining material that they've got in there sewn to it. It is just, yeah, it just makes it hot. So that for sure you're gonna want to do is cut it out and put some mesh material in there to help you keep that cool. And then yeah, here's the pants. Cut them off at the waist. And then in the back, it has, we cut it and we put some, I sewed in some elastic we had from one of our other costumes. And what I thought was weird is it has a zipper fly in it, in the one-piece costume, I guess. So if you had to go to the bathroom, but you're going to find out once you put this costume on, you're not going to the bathroom. Again, cut out the butt cheek area, put the jersey in there, cut out the back of the thighs, hamstrings, put in mesh there. I even cut them off short because you've got your boots that are going to cover up most of this, so why not just cut them not too short to where I think the boots right up to about here. So just cut off and trim the legs, tailored the legs to fit me better to where they're not all bulky. And again, that's one of the problems with that Rubies is if you've seen any videos of these Vaders that are sloppy looking, it's because they're wearing the Rubies that's bulky and but the material, I mean, it looks good. It looks the part, just a little warm. So know that going in, you're gonna have to alter it to fit you first. I recommend the two-piece. Cut it in half. Keep this, if you want, keep the, like I did, keep the zipper in it. If not, if you got somebody that can put a new zipper in it, cut it all the way off. Take their zipper out and put a new zipper in it. Then we can zip it up. Mine zips up, but it's, like I said, it got that little rat tail. But it helped tremendously. On to the under robe. This is the Rubies under robe. Did not do anything to it. Once I tried it on and seen how it fit, and it is a provable piece of that costume. Didn't have to do a thing to it. I just again, when it came down to why, if you don't have to spend the money, don't save where you can save. Codpiece. Now this is my one piece that probably will be getting changed out for me. This is the Rubies. Here's the nylon that comes with everything on the Rubies with the little clasps. This is the Rubies. The Rubies comes squared off. It is not approved for A New Hope. I had to modify it. I had to Dremel it out, make it more rounded at the top and the bottom. And what I did is I took the little ringlet, if you can see it in there, there's a little ringlet that comes with the Rubies. I took it out, I Dremeled, filled it in, and then repainted it. I repainted the whole thing, and then glued that back in it, that little ringlet there. Glued it right back in after I was done. And it is 501st approved. It's not, like I said, I'll be the first one to tell you, this is not my most prized position on this costume. But it is, nobody goes, hey, your codpiece doesn't look quite right. Or, hey, that's I've seen better codpieces. No one said that, ever. Except for a Darth Vader, one of these guys that are just obsessed with Darth Vader. They're going to say, that's not very good. That's pretty bad. And I'll give you your props. It is. I'm not proud of this piece, but it's approved and it gets the job done. Again, not my favorite piece of my costume, but I'm showing it to you in all fairness. Also, I kept the Velcro here because on my belt, on the Ruby's belt buckle, it has the Velcro. So it helps me line up my belt every time I go troop. I line up that bottom edge of that belt, boom, I'm set. I'm ready to roll. So I don't have to worry about gap between it. It's right where it needs to be every time. So that is a good part about this. So yet another piece I was able to retain from the Ruby's costume. Speaking of retaining pieces from the Ruby's costumes, another piece that I retained was my shins. My shin guards, Rubies. They've got some battle wounds from trooping, but Darth Vader New Hope, he wasn't pristine. He's battle tested. I mean his costume, I mean it's weathered. So yeah, another piece that you don't have to get. Lightweight. There's not much to them. Yeah, good. And they've got the little clasps from Rubies. So yeah, shin guards. Brings me to the boots, which my boots are ugly. What I did is when I first built my Obi-Wan Kenobi, I just bought some brown high boots. They were approved, even though they were the wrong color brown. As I became later on, I've upgraded my boots for Obi-Wan, got more screen accurate with the tread and everything, which I'll do a video on that costume because that's my baby. I love that costume. I've done a lot more troops in my Obi-Wan than I have my Vader. Love them both. I love all three of my costumes, but Obi's my favorite. Thus, KC Kenobi. So, anyway, I took those brown boots that were just sitting in a closet, not doing anything, and I was like, we're going to repurpose them. So, which, even if you got to buy them new, you can, Amazon, I think you can buy some black men's riding boots, $50, $40. So it's not going to break the bank. But I took mine and applied some black spray paint to them. And you can tell these things have seen better days. The paint's starting to crack. These boots have walked some miles for charity. So I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of them. These were my first boots. Now they're my Vader boots. Even if I upgrade, I think I'm going to have them bronzed. I've done a lot of good things in these boots. A lot of good charity events and troops, and we still got some tread on them. So we'll keep on rocking in 2020 with these bad boys. But yeah, just put multiple coats of black on it, flat black, and yeah. There's your 501st approved boot. You also, I've heard of guys putting lifts in them to kind of give you a little bit, a little bit taller. I'm 6'2". We've got a Vader here in Kansas City, Bruce, who, good friend of mine. He is a beast. He's 6'6". I mean, he's the role of Darth Vader. He's got the height and everything. Me, not so much. I've thought about putting some lifts in them. I've never done it. I mean, I'm pretty tall with the helmet. It gives me a few more inches. So yeah, it is what it is. You want the lifts? I've heard they're great. You can put them in there, and it gives you an inch, 2-inch extra. So yeah, that's something to think about maybe. I did put some insoles in there because, like I said, you're going to spend hours on your feet. You're going to sometimes in one spot, sometimes walking around. So that's something to think about. So moving on. One thing I forgot to talk about is on my two-piece suit, you're going to need something to hold those pants up since there's no belt in them. Get yourself, excuse me, get yourself some suspenders. Cheap pair at Walmart. I don't know, $5, I think, $3, something cheap. They're just a cheap suspender, and they do the job. They hold it up. I put my pants on. I put the suspenders on to hold them up. Then I put my jacket over it, and there you go. Again, I want to give some love to this lady. Amazing capes. She does the robes, capes. Just, yeah. Give her some business. She does some. Here's my neck chain for my robe. It is amazing work what she does. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure we got everything covered before I go to that robe. Hilt, toy, plastic, lightweight, hangs on the belt, got a little hook. Cheap. I had it. I just took the blade out of it, cut the little plastic extendable thing out of it, did some weathering to it, make it look battle used. Approved. Here's my, for when I do, it's a modified Black Series. Stronger LED. You don't have to have this. This isn't part of the costume. This is just an add-on. I just wanted to show. I can take the blade. It's got the removable blade. We modified it to put a removable blade in it. And the stronger LED, which is, for pictures, it's super cool. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there because I love it. God, I think that brings us down. Oh, touch on this. Breathing. Who doesn't dig Darth Vader's? There's some high dollar systems out there. This is Rob's budget system. An old iPod I had, I put 4 hours, I put multiple loops of Darth Vader's breathing off of YouTube on here, which it's easy to convert over from YouTube to your little pods here. Just put it on there, and then I've got me a little cheap little speaker amplifier that I hook it into. There's my breathing. Sounds really, really good. Not quite to the voice stage yet. We don't do a lot of talking. We do a lot of posing for pictures. So that's why I'm not really... I know some guys invested a lot of money into sound systems and amplifier. And no, if they hear you breathing, they see you coming, that's and then they want their picture with you. That's it. They don't ever... sometimes they'll ask you a question, but it's a rarity. So... cape. Let me get up and get that cape. This thing is amazing. This is my favorite part of my costume. It's got the leather neck, the hooks. It is just super impressive to wear this thing. So, the one thing you will have to do with this is get it hemmed, because it comes she makes them a certain length, and then, yeah, it's most impressive. Yeah, it is a game changer for sure. So, yeah, that's where we're wrapped up. Again, I got, I've got what I think is a very, very impressive Darth Vader. I think. That's a key word. It's 501st approved. I've done over 20 events in it. People always tell me how much they love it. And you don't have to break the bank. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's not as much as a lot of these guys are spending. And in the result, it looks pretty cool. So, oh, here on the back is that picture I was talking about me, the back side of the cape. So, there's my contact information if you want to email me. My Sith Lord number, 713 SL 71370 with the 501st. Proud member. So, I hope this was helpful. I've had fun. Again, like I said, look forward to seeing some more videos from me this year. I'm going to do one on all my costumes, especially my boy Ben, who's just chilling back there. He had a rough night last night, so look forward to talking to you, and feel free to message me with any questions, or if I can help you answer any questions you have. Again, thank you, and may the Force be with you.